Girls, keeping pregnant girls in the classroom. High school students, things who get pregnant while in high school. I know right now hearing the topic, you're gonna be like rolling your eyes or trying to scroll or maybe stop watching, but it's not something that you should judge or conclude before hearing everything. So I want you to stay tuned as we learn something new. So we are now into an era that gives everyone equal opportunity to learn. That women are also part of, and women now are into the education business. Not like before, where women used to be in a kitchen, like they'll soldier them to one place. They say you have to take care of your home, take care of your children, while the boys learn, while the men learn. But it's not like that today. This is the rights to opportunities like education, work. You found women in the various sectors. We found women, yeah, skilled labor or unskilled labor. We found women there. There are some ladies who drive tractors. There are some ladies who ride bikes. Some ladies who work within the government or anywhere. And we once had a female president. So women are given the equal rights to partake in the decision making, be it national level or the local level. So I want you to stay with me as we discuss this. And looking at this, even though women have equal rights, but one thing remains cardinal, and it's a major concern that every woman it's obligated to produce, and that is through pregnancy. So pregnancy is not one person thing, not just the woman can just get pregnant on her own. Two persons are involved, so we get a male and a female, but it's not because the one who's carrying the uterus. So after being impregnated, she has to go through punishment. Like she has to leave school. We get expelled from high schools because I can even imagine my child going to school where there's pregnant girls in. Probably she might be, they might terminate her mind for her to say she will won't be pregnant too. And during high schools, we have to take away those negative thoughts. Or maybe by the school allowing pregnant girls to be in class, then they will lose students because parents won't allow such things. It's not good. It's something that we should have equal rights, because looking at this, the girl probably the person that she got pregnant for is a student of that same school. So you are expelling the female, but the guy is being allowed in school to learn. Why is that? It's very unfair because she is the one with the uterus doesn't give you the right to treat her the way that you are treating her. It's a God-given thing. It's something that she was born with. She didn't um ask for it, but it's part of our body. That is the reproductive organ. We carry babies in our wombs, so we shouldn't be punished for something like that. Like, for instance, pregnancy comes by choice and chance. So whether it is by choice or chance, she shouldn't be treated like the way people treat her. Like, discriminate her. Pregnancy discrimination should come to an end, because there are so many barriers that it is creating. Like, for instance, in Liberia nowadays, if you look at the illiteracy rate, women are high on the list. Women, because of high school dropouts, because of adolescent mothers, because of teenage pregnancy. When the mother gets pregnant, that teen gets pregnant, and after all the discrimination, maybe PS doesn't want to befriend her again. Like, you have a friend in school, you get pregnant, maybe you're doing too much man business. Even the parents, pressure from the parents, pressure from the teachers, and pressure from the society can make the person feel that all is over, and they are not willing to go back to school, because after school, after the delivery, maybe you have to pay attention to the child, pay attention to whatever. If a pregnant woman, if a teen can be pregnant and still be selling in the streets, why don't you think that they have to be in school? They have to be given the rights to be in school. They have to be in the classroom. And during that, we are also looking at one of the 17 developmental goals, that which talks about quality education, and I think four, and the other one talks about gender equality. So you punishing a female student for getting pregnant, then the male is being there, he's accepted, is very wrong. It's not fair to ladies out there who are struggling with female. They got many single mothers nowadays, and they don't even wish to go back to school, because they just feel that it's over for them. But it's very bad. It causes harm to the society, because we get plenty of burdens on us, then assets. We get more women who are bringing children, or in fact they don't have the ability to tell them the importance of education, because of what happened to them. Maybe what they feel happened to them will happen to their kids. So we want to advise that education minister pass this information, that every school except pregnant student. You imagine that when the girls are doing wax, they will be allowed to sit the test for 1 month. No, wax runs for 1 month. Even WAEC, when we're doing WAEC in this country, pregnant ladies used to read the test. So what makes you think that it's important for you to sit for the examination while you are pregnant, but you can sit and complete school, let's say, with that pregnancy? Why can people be affected when they are writing the examination, because they're seeing pregnant girls, but they will be affected when they see pregnant girls in the classroom for just 45 minutes class, and that's it throughout the day? Then why will people be affected? So it's something that should be looked into. And the African Union had this statistics in 2018, June 15, and it was looked upon that educational discrimination should be stopped. It should come to an end, especially pregnancy, because pregnancy is one of the reasons why ladies drop out. There are so many barriers that women face. Probably this student never had the money to pay for their fees to write the exam, and they had to go and look for, you met this uncle or the teacher or somebody that you know you can trust and ask them to help you. But the only thing they want in exchange is your body. And then coming, that give and take. So probably the person doesn't want to use protection. And then you find out that you are pregnant. And even the reason why you went to that extent to get quality education, you can't continue with the education because you find out that whatever sex you hire affected you and you are pregnant. But that teacher or that guy is going scot-free because he only has ring to offer, and let's say after the sex he can see anything coming over, and then they can grow stomach, they can get warm. So the women have to suffer for it. It's really bad. So looking at the African Union report, they brought out two policies that should be put into place, and one has to do with the re-entry policy, and the other one has to do with continuation policy. And Liberia was part of that conference, and they agreed on the re-entry policy, which is not bad, but the awareness is very weak. How many schools have run after girls that they expel, pregnant girls that they expel, to say, since you have delivered, it's time for you to go enter school so you can get the education that you need? How many schools have done it? But instead, they will advise girls to go to nice schools. In this country, security, we lack security. We lack good electricity. How will you expect a pregnant person to go to school at night when you cannot ensure their safety? How will you expect a girl to go to school in that condition at night if you know that the country is dark? Let's say part of Liberia has light and the other part doesn't have light, and sometimes when current ready to go, it can be very bad. Maybe they'll say transformer burn or something. How will you guarantee the person's safety? How will you guarantee that by going to nice schools they will be able to get the education that they will get? How will you guarantee something like that? So it's not really good, because the re-entry policy, there is no awareness. They just sign it and it is there, it is in the records, but they are not implementing what they sign. So because of this, you find more women, more adolescent mothers falling behind, and they are leaving behind. Their male counterparts are ahead because they are not with the one with uterus. So whatever they do, they go scot free, and the rights, we don't have equal rules. So if a girl gets pregnant, she has to drop out of school, and that guy continue his education. So this re-entry policy is not working in Liberia. That's why I would like to recommend the continuation policy. The continuation policy has to do with when a girl gets pregnant, she has to be in school. Let's say to her maternity period, where you will leave, go to the hospital for delivery time. And that continuation policy, it's very good, because if you are not putting if you are not creating awareness for the re-entry policy, and then you bring in this continuation policy where once I know I get pregnant, I will be allowed in the classroom, what will make me to say I will drop from high school? I will continue my education, I will get the education that I need, and then I'll be able to give back to the society. I'll be able to help my country in every way possible. They say when you educate a girl, you educate a nation. What about a man? Educate a man, educate one person, maybe educate his family. So we really need to put in time to girls education. We need to educate our girls. So let's change the policy around to continuation policy, where when this girl is pregnant, she will go back to school, she will continue her education, and then we'll stop discrimination in the classroom. Because teacher coming like they acting like it's a taboo, or maybe she's cursed, she's insane, carrying child in her womb for somebody, maybe something that wasn't by choice. And then people start to, or peers start to bully her, or parents start to bully her, like saying you cannot be around this person. And we have to stop pregnancy discrimination and encourage our women to learn. Even the adolescent mothers out there, they want to learn. They want to learn. That's why you see nowadays the trade schools, they are packed. But even in the trade schools, you can still learn how to read. You mean say you still have to read, you still have to read, because the beginning of every trade you have to know the basic of what you are going to do. Like decorations. Maybe you know the quarters, the teacher will tell you the quarters that you are going to make to bring out something like when you decorate the place, so you can look very bright, very beautiful. You bring out the colors. You still education. You still need to learn how to read and read when you're doing trade. Even trade is something that you use to earn for it, and even impact your generation, because there are people who look up to you and they'll be learning from you. But if you don't have the elementary education, you won't get it. Even secondary, if you don't have it, you won't be able to sit and do, how they call it, they got measurement. When you doing hair cosmetology, you know what to do. Like you doing nails, they get parts of the nails, you get the cuticles, you get the nails bare. So somebody who having certain class, how you expect them to understand something like that? Maybe they're only there for the practical. When they seeing it, they will just look at it. But if you really have these clients, what you have to explain to, like what is causing your nails to spoil, you won't have that education to give to the person, to encourage the person, tell them what they will do to let's say face their nails, they'll treat their nails, or maybe treat the hair, the kind of hair that the person get, maybe it's porous or this and that. What you have to tell them, or you gotta enter this salon, braid somebody hair. Is not like that. There is more to it. Even trade can help people. Even trade can help people, but you still need the theoretical aspects of it. And how will you get it if you don't have the kind of education that you want to get? So you want to go in with the mindset of, I want to learn how to plait hair. Okay, I want to learn how to pump balloons and how they got it. But balloons here, even if you look at it, you get measurements. They get the sizes of balloons that you're supposed to pump. How will you know? Are you talking about inches? Talking about this? How will you be able to measure? Like in other advanced countries, when you blow the balloons here, you get place, you can go there to reduce it, and you have to calculate all sorts of things. So girls need proper education. It's not just in Liberia. Bringing in and putting the continuation policy helps a lot. It helps a lot. It helps other countries. It helps other countries like Kenya, it helps Sierra Leone, it helps Tanzania. They have they have remedies in place for pregnant students, because You can say that you can just see student female getting pregnant and you just assume that it was just because of fine time. There are so many things that women get involved into to achieve what they want, and in maybe going for that school fees, doing it because you have to pay your fees before you read test, then you get pregnant. Unwanted pregnancy. Are we teaching people to abort? You know, when students get pregnant, they say that's an immoral act. Yeah, getting pregnant before marriage, or getting pregnant at the early stage, and it force many people to enter into early marriages because you already have this child, or maybe you don't want to born out of wedlock, so you have to marry the person out of your will. You have to marry the person knowing fully well that you, even if you don't want the person, but you have to do it because you have to please society. Because they refuse to see you as who you are. They refuse to see how you were created. So you are forced against your will to do something to please the society. Why do women always have to go through things like that? It is very bad because there's early marriages and nowadays we found plenty of people divorcing. While we ain't done in marriage, maybe the person is not prepared, or the person they getting married. So why if that the teacher and the parents forcing to get married to the teacher, and now domestic violence, they start beating on the person small. You gotta obey, you gotta do this one because you are forced to do it. In fact, your life depends on it, and maybe they will tell you, say, go, then just give birth and then continue school. And maybe after you give birth, even some of them, they will say the child needs to eat, the child needs to go to school. So you yourself now, you have to also get in the streets and start hustling for your child to go to school. So that is very wrong. That is very bad. Pregnancy discrimination against women is it's really really bad. So you have we have to change this re-entry policy into continuation policy. Continuation in building our nation. It will help in doing things for us. Women are very vibrant people. Women are part of development. How can you ask for gender equality or quality education without the women? Then it's not. Then it should just be men or men. No, it's really wrong. So we need more women in the field. Now let's take a short break to be back, and I hope you put in your comments, your contributions to this. Thank you. Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Live, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up. The numbers will be there on the screen. You can get to us. We are just a call away. And we also want to inform you that if you are looking for a way to advertise your businesses, we are here. We are affordable. We won't. We gonna make your business go viral. Like, you gonna get customers. Just hit us up. Thank you. evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up. The numbers will be there on the screen. You can get to us. We are just a call away. And we also want to inform you that if you are looking for a way to advertise your businesses, we are here. We are affordable. We won't. We gonna make your business go viral. Like you gonna get customers. Just hit us up. Thank you. Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up. The numbers will be there on the screen. You can get to us. We are just a call away. And we also want to inform you that if you are looking for a way to advertise your businesses, we are here. We are affordable. We won't. We gonna make your business go viral. Like you gonna get customers. Just hit us up. Thank you. Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up. You can get to us. Welcome back, viewers. Again, I'm Olina Masabuto, and this is the second edition of Girls Talk. I want to welcome you if you are just joining us. This is West Coast TV Liberia. I want to say welcome to you if you are being with us. I want to say thank you for being patient and staying with us. So invite somebody to watch and learn, and please help to share the video. So I was talking about keeping pregnant girls in the classroom, the advantages of it, and we are about to continue with what we were discussing. Like I said, if you keep a pregnant, if Liberia introduce the continuation policy, we will have less illiterate pregnant ladies. We'll have less illiterate ladies at that, and then the adolescent mothers will be encouraged to go back to school and learn, because most people drop out of school due to pregnancy. Most females, while the males are being allowed in school, sometimes pregnancy is either from someone in the classroom, maybe that person fathering the pregnancy is within the classroom, maybe he's a teacher or maybe from the community, and they have no punishment. But this female, because of how you were created, that you prepared that this is thing carrying the uterus, so since when they notice that you are carrying child, they will expel you, which is very wrong, and it has been causing a lot of problems because the legislative rate is very high. So we want to introduce this policy. It is not something that I'm just saying, but it was put into place by African Union, and most countries adopted it. But Liberia adopted the re-entry policy, of which they are not doing awareness. They are not carrying awareness, and some people when they drop out, the re-entry policy has to do with when you are pregnant, you have to drop and come back after delivery period. But how many schools can you boast of that will follow up on girls that they expel because of pregnancy? How many schools have encouraged people? In fact, they will make you feel that life is over for you. After delivery, you find some people getting weak, or some people will just focus on taking care of their children because they have to struggle. And I want to take you to some of the countries that I put into this policy, the continuation policy. So let's start with the South Africa Department. It's on November 8th, 2021. South Africa's Department of Basic Education adopted the policy on prevention and management of pregnancy in schools, which states students' right to remain in school throughout and after their pregnancy, a policy that Human Rights Watch classifies as a continuation policy, like I said, and it's really helping South Africa. Why you think we want to develop Liberia? We are looking at other countries. Um, this country is not from different continent. It is part of Africa. South Africa is part of Africa. And why would you think that South Africa will put in place something that will destroy their economy, that will bring them down to nothing? Because we are also looking at the sustainable development goals, the 17 sustainable development goals, and part of them we have gender equality and quality education. So this this policy, the continuation policy, is really helping them to develop in South Africa. That's why we need to join it. Another one is Tanzania. On November 24th, 2021, Tanzania's Ministry of Education adopted Circular number 2 of 2021 on the reinstatement of students who drop out of secondary education, which specifically states adolescent mothers' right to return to public school and grant instructions for schools to accommodate these students. Like for Sierra Leone, not Sierra Leone, but Kenya, they were giving money because of the policy that they put in place. People donated to them because they saw girls' education and know that it is important for their development. It is important, and you know they are women. Once women are educated, they'll be able to give back to the society. Like we always say, if you educate a girl child, you educate an entire nation. So educating a girl child is very important. You have so many generations. If you don't educate that one person, so many generations will be damaged because of that one person, because that woman is illiterate. She doesn't know the importance of education, so she will encourage even her child to join it. Even though some people are eager to learn, but because of the situation, the hardship, so they will say, let me continue. That's why in Tanzania they say they accommodate these students, accommodating them. Probably the adolescent mothers will provide them with pampers, provide them with food, provide them with money to take care of the children, because kids to take care of them too is high. And they will maybe provide them with scholarships for the parents to go to school, provide them, because if you go into school too and nothing, that these are some of the things that can cause people to go out there and try to find way for themselves, and then they get involved sexually with somebody, and they get pregnant. Then looking at Sierra Leone, in March 2021, Sierra Leone adopted a policy of radical inclusion that reaffirm pregnant girls and adolescent mothers' rights to education. It also provides that girls can stay in school during pregnancy and return to school. If Sierra Leone, that is closer to Liberia, can put in such policy, what about Liberia? Sierra Leone, if they can put in this policy, what about Liberia? And they know that it's helpful to them. Why would they put in something that is not helpful to them? Say radical inclusion. We talk about inclusiveness. We talk about people with disabilities. Not just people with disabilities. Not only crippled people, they call this people with disabilities. Not only crippled people, blind people, or people that something. But women, also adolescent mothers who are not capable to go back to school. They have to include them. You have to include them. It's part of the sustainable development goals. We have to include them. Then, Sao Tome Principle. Is it in March 2020? Sao Tome Principle revoked a ministerial degree that required pregnant students to study in night shift schools after the term of pregnancy and for its duration. This action was tied to a World Bank majority funded US 50 million grant for the country's strategy to improve quality education and accelerate girls' education. Can you imagine? Just by binding this net shifting, because net schools is not really good. When you go to school, no quarrel at no school. Because at night school in the night, I expect the teacher to rewrite on the book. And sometimes they can be tired. You teach in the morning, teach in the afternoon, or in the night. What in the people will learn? Nothing. Quarrel go, no school. The place that you yourself, pregnant woman at that rate, telling you how to go to school in the darkness. Well, in Liberia, there have been so many. You don't know what is killing people. So how can you guarantee somebody's safety if you ask them to go to school at night? In other countries, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Kenya have all made a reform in their educational policy to keep adolescent girls in school while pregnant. This is something that Liberia should partake in. Even though they signed the re-entry policy, but it's not working because they lack awareness. It's not working, so they have to put in the continuation policy. Now the numbers are on the screen. You can send in your contribution. You can put in your comments, and it will be read out. Whatever you have to say concerning it, we are forced to be here. So there are a few recommendations that we have in order to end pregnancy-based discrimination in schools. Some policies and practice, just Liberia, we just make laws, and to implement it is very hard, and that is very bad, because even if you make good laws without implementation, nothing will go right. You can say do this, and yourself you are not doing what you are doing, or you are not going to people to tell them to do it. If you say it will be there, the laws are there, but for people to do it, it will be very hard, because no one is monitoring, no one is checking out to see if things are right. So one, an explosion of female students who get pregnant and provide accommodation for them. Two, ensure cases of sexual harassment and abuse by teachers or school officials are reported to appropriate enforcement authorities, including police, and that cases are duly investigated and prosecuted. Not something they'll say we'll lay on the decks and we will look into it later. Some school officials can actually harass females, and let's say maybe they'll do it because of grade, or because you don't have the money, you have to take the exam. Sometimes it can just be because of the money. Maybe you see the person harass them because you are the principal or the VBA, and you think that no one will ever prosecute you because of your level, and even threaten the student that if you say this, you what will you get from it? In fact, say you'll be a spill, and in fact people will laugh at you like you have to take off your skirt, bring your skirt down for men. It's not something, not everybody do it with clear hearts. Sometimes they can be raped. Why would a woman be raped and pregnancy comes as a result, and then they be expelled from school? That's double trauma, stigmatization, discrimination at its higher level. Time while you what the society, what the person needs people, what the person need the society, then everyone turn their backs on them and start to discriminate them, make them to feel that they are nothing, like everything is over for them, like they are the worst being ever. It's not good. Thirdly, we say ensure that pregnant students who wish to continue their education can do so in an environment free from stigma and discrimination. That's another thing. Even though we want you to implement this policy, but people need to be free. Not because the person is pregnant when entering class, then everybody making fun of them, or because they say, okay, we have the continuation policy, so we allow them to come. In a chair for them to come sit down. Then when the person enter the class, they asking question, you now turn to them. They somebody bullying them and they report to the instructor or any school official, and they can turn to them because they feel that you are naughty, you're not supposed to learn because you're pregnant. That is your own organ you are carrying. You cannot deny it unless you remove the entire womb from there. But every woman is obligated to reproduce. Fourth, is to provide awareness to information to parents, guidance, and community leaders about the harmful physical, educational, and psychological effects of adolescent pregnancy and the importance of pregnant girls and young mothers continuing with school. Awareness should be made. The chairman in the community, the town chief, the clan chief, they too should be part of the awareness. Call your women together, talk to the mothers, let them talk to their girls. Even some of the mothers who drop out of school because they feel that they bear children and they don't need to be educated anymore. Talk to them. Community leaders talk to people, school, talk to people, parents, guardians, talk to somebody, even young, and you have the idea, you can share information with your friends. There's a provide school-based counseling services for students who are pregnant while in grade school. Pregnancy comes with plenty things, like maybe like when you are be feeding discouraged and you have to go to school. If you have this continuation policy, you have to go to school. Let there be people talking to them that is not over yet, that is just 9 months period, and after that you can continue with your education, you can continue with your dream, that your dream will not die once you are willing to keep it alive. But once you kill it, you feel that within yourself that being pregnant as a teenager while in high school, you are nothing, or nothing you can ever do. Maybe you are planning to be a doctor and you cannot be that doctor again. It's a lie. So we need counselors within the schools to talk to people. And another thing, provide long-term psychosocial support to adolescent survivors of sexual abuse and harassment. We have rape cases of which people get pregnant, and because you want to save your life, you won't be some people won't be able to do the abortion process. Now everybody something, because married the abortion 10 times doesn't mean a matter can do abortion and they not die. So some people are very much careful of their life, and they want to keep that child because they know it is not over. So you provide the ways while they will be able to sustain themselves, ways encourage them, even though they are being encouraged, but sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you question yourself why life have to be that way to you. You get asked to be raped. Maybe they say that the clothes that you wear, but why will only ladies' clothes be attractive to men? Why about some of the men who wear things out of the way? Why women can jump on there and rape them? Only girls that will be discriminated because of what they wear. It's what the on the world. It's the 21st century. You expect somebody to wear hoodie from morning to night when it's dry season. You don't expect it. So women clothes or women bodies shouldn't just be maybe distraction to somebody or causing attention for them to jump on the person and just take advantage of them because of what they wear or what they look like. And with this above mentioned recommendation, we believe that the electricity rates will drop. We believe that Liberia will be a better nation with the policy that they will put in place, creating awareness. You can just put policy in place and not looking after it because you say it's there, but when it comes, we know how to handle them. We have to stop pregnancy discrimination. We have to stop stigmatization. Thank you for staying. Once again, I'm Olina Masabuto, and it was nice being with you. Thank you.